Why does your chest feel tight when the world around you is wide open? Why is it that in 2026, with all our technology, connectivity, and physical comfort, the human heart has never felt more crowded by fear, overthinking, and the suffocating what ifs of tomorrow? We often treat anxiety like a modern glitch, a broken piece of our psychology that we need to hide, medicate, or ignore. But the truth is, the remedy for a heavy mind was written 14 centuries ago in the silence of a cave and the verses of a book that promises one thing. You were never meant to carry the weight of the universe on your own shoulders. The ultimate cure for anxiety in Islam isn't about ignoring your problems. It's about divine math. Think back to the moment in the Cave of Thawr. The Prophet, peace be upon him, and Abu Bakr were hiding, while their enemies were so close they could see their shadows flickering on the ground. Abu Bakr felt that very human surge of panic, the same racing heart and cold sweat you feel when a bill is due, a health report is late, or a relationship is failing. He whispered, "If they look at their feet, they will see us." But the Prophet, peace be upon him, shattered that anxiety with a single question: what do you think of two, when Allah is the third of them? This is the mental shift you need. Anxiety happens when you think the equation is just you versus the problem. But when you realize that Allah is the third, the problem doesn't just get smaller, it becomes insignificant. You are being held by the one who commands the winds, the stars, and the very beating of your heart. To practically cure this, the Sunnah gives us a specific language of peace. The Prophet, peace be upon him, sought refuge from two distinct things, Al-Ham and Al-Hazan. Scholars explain that Hazan is the grief over the past, the "I should have done this" or "I wish that didn't happen." It is a heavy anchor that keeps you stuck in a time that no longer exists. Ham, however, is the anxiety over the future, the "what if this goes wrong?" By making this dua, you are training your brain to live in the now. You are letting go of a past you cannot change and a future you cannot see, and placing both in the hands of Al-Latif, the most subtle, the one who is working behind the scenes of your life even when you feel like everything is falling apart. One of the most heartwarming facts about Allah is that He knows your factory settings. He designed the nervous system that is currently trembling. He says in the Quran, Allah does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear. This is a divine guarantee. If you are feeling anxiety right now, it is because Allah has already calculated that you have the internal strength to overcome it. He wouldn't put you in this storm if He hadn't already given you the ship to sail through it. He is Al-Wadud, the most loving. He is closer to you than your own jugular vein. Your anxiety isn't a sign that you are failing as a believer. It's a signal to stop relying on your own weak heart and start relying on His infinite power. When the walls feel like they are closing in, use the physical reset button of the Sunnah, Sujud. There is a biological and spiritual reason why the Prophet, peace be upon him, said the servant is closest to his Lord during prostration. You are putting your head, the place where all your overthinking, your pride, and your fears live, on the ground, below your heart. You are physically surrendering your worries to the earth. Whisper your fears into the dust. You are speaking to the ground, but you are being heard above the seven heavens. It is the only place where you can drop the heavy mask of having it all together and simply be a servant in the care of His master. Finally, remember that Allah's delay is not His denial. Sometimes the cave in your life is a protection, not a prison. Just as the spider wove a web to hide the Prophet, peace be upon him, Allah is weaving invisible protections around you every single day. The thing you are worrying about hasn't even happened yet, and the one who controls the outcome already loves you more than your own mother. The future belongs to Allah. Your job is only to be present, to tie your camel, and to remember that in every tough moment, you are never just alone.